Welcome to China, actually. Last time in this podcast, we actually talked about why foreign brands are losing their status in China, and there are a lot of people interested in this topic. So today I have invited a friend of mine, also a former colleague of mine, coming to this show to talk to everyone. Mr. B, hi.
Hello, Freda. Hello. It's a great honor to join the conversation.
It's great.
Thank you.
A brief introduction from my side to Mr. B. We worked together in Mercedes briefly in few years, many years
Yes.
ago. And before we were working together, Mr. B already made his name in the music world, and he was quite popular radio DJ for Western music, and she had his profound insights in pop culture. Meanwhile, after we were in automotive, Mr. B got himself into content creator for automotive industry. And today he has his live streaming music FM as well as auto blogger. Am I right, Mr. B?
Vlogger, and the video content also. Yeah. So I used to be auto media guy before we were working together, but right now we're back into the media world for the automotive industry in China right now.
So Mr. B apparently knows pop culture in China, the consumers, as well as the automotive industry. But I asked Mr. B to come to the show because he also recently changed his car, right?
Yeah,
we were both working for German brand. And now tell everyone what you have switched to.
Today, I changed to a Chinese brand car, NIO. It's called 未来. Let me see. It's my third car and my family fifth car. So I use a lot of cars and drive a lot of cars because of the working. And I think during this day, the Chinese consumer is under a big changing right now because the ideas and the purchase purpose is totally different as before, especially after the COVID time. The Chinese auto industry have a huge progress than before. So today we can see a totally different market situation in China and the abroad of China. Yeah.
So to yourself, what German car you were driving other than Mercedes?
Yeah, our family is a Volkswagen guy. Okay. So my dad and my family's first car is a Volkswagen Jetta. It's from the Chinese Detroit. It's called Changchun. Yes, it's FAW. And it's very famous car and changed a lot of family's history in China. So Volkswagen Jetta is the first car. And the second, my own first car is a Volkswagen Sagita. It's a sedan version of Golf. And then I drove American car Jeep and a Korean car Kia. And nowadays we're driving a Chinese car. So it's a little bit like a time changing about in the Chinese car history. Mm-hmm. So the people always ask me why the Chinese consumer don't like the foreign as before. And my answer is, it's not a simple question. It's very complicated. And to me, first of all, the car understanding in China consumers' hearts is different as the European or the North Americans, because the history of car in the Chinese family is very short. It's only about 30 years. Yeah. It's all around about was as the 1997 or 1996, the Chinese family starting to have their own family car. So to now, it's time is too short. But in European, it's over 100 years. It's a very long history of people owning their cars. Yeah. So when people using cars, the environment, the understanding, the purpose in China consumers' hearts a little bit different. So I think it's the first reason. And the second reason is about the technologies. The Chinese technologies is growing very fast in recent years because of the AI and the chips and the communication technologies, the autopilot. So when we are working together in the German brands, we have a deep research about the technologies about the Chinese auto industry. So I think back to 2020, 2021 or 2022, I don't think I can accept the electric cars.
Exactly. When we were together, we were talking about studying into specific feature like connectivity, right? Of German, the brand we work for, as well as Chinese brand. So we were not so far apart. That was before 2020. Now, after that, a lot of things has happened. So now you're switching from a legacy auto brand, even from Jeep and American car or Korean car into a Chinese EV. It's from a gas car into a EV. So what has changed? Why? What triggered that change?
It's so let me talk about this different layers because of it's a very huge topic, and the very surface problem that this changing happened, I think, is price. It's very surface. It's on the top because of the people wanted to purchase anything. They wanted to have more value and more functional, and they can afford. It's a good quality. And doing back about 20 or over 20 years, the Chinese auto industry have a huge experience for production about the cars. And I mean, the supply chain is very deep and it's very long. It's even very detailed. Every single part can produce in China. So I think that's why the Chinese car can have a very low price but more function. So the price tag is the first changing to the consumers.
So the gap, because the manufacturing capability of Chinese manufacturers, so they're able to price it with a lot of big gap to foreign brands. So that's where the price level is lower.
The Chinese car brands at the starting the business, they can or they will sacrifice some benefits. But the foreign brand in China is a new market. The foreign brand want to have more benefit. They don't want to lose their money. It's the basic logic about the business to the foreign car brand. So I think the Chinese car brand wanted to have to expand the fan base or the consumer base. So they can sacrifice some benefits for a more affordable price. Like early times Korean car, it's the same logic. But I think China have longer supply chain. They can cut down the price. Even now, I heard some Japanese car brand bought some Chinese car back to Japan to take the parts out, and they can't believe why Chinese can put the parts together and have so low price. They can't believe it.
Why?
Each part, even in China market, the price would be lower than Japanese market.
But the
The quality is the same.
And quality the same, but the price is way lower.
Yeah, the reason is we have materials, we have energy, we have a lot of manpower, engineers, and we have a lot of space to cut down the price. But in Japanese market, they have to import the raw materials. Their manpower is more expensive. So the parts, even the window trigger is a lot of way expensive than Chinese made. So I think it's the very top surface problem about the price. So the second one is called is eco rights. The eco rights mean when we get into the EV era, first of all, the powertrain is eco rights.
What does that mean?
So from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, even under the 3 seconds, we have to pay more. We have Ferrari, we have to buy a Lamborghini to have this power. The horsepower is very expensive before the COVID time. But when we get into the EV time, the horsepower is equal rights because of the electrical motors can produce even more power than the combustion engines.
Understand. Traditionally, in a gas car time, when a consumer need a bigger horsepower, I want to give an example like Aston Martin DBX 107. Yes. So you're gonna pay equivalent amount of money. Yes. That's way more expensive. But when you come to a EV, its manufacturing process are very different. So it doesn't cost that much to give people 1,000 horsepower, which some of the Chinese EV they do. That's what you call equal rights to people.
The first is the power, and the second one is the functions. Like the seat cooler, the seat massaging, and the auto air conditioning, and the clean air system, and like a massage seat, and you can sit back and lay down to put your leg up, like in the first class on the plane.
Yes.
So we cannot fund these functionals in the 30,000 RMB level cars. To the normal people, the question is not why, it's why not? Why not to pay a reasonable price to have more functions? So that is the second step. So I think the equal rights is very important. One auto show in Shanghai, I have a question for the Western brand engineer. This little compact sedan have the seat cooler or the seat massaging, and the engineer answered is, consumer of this segment don't need that function, shouldn't get that function. So that is the answer. So I think the business logic is a little bit different about how to produce a car to people can afford. So I think
you pay 300,000 RMB, you do not deserve that. That kind of sound like to me. Where if you go back 30 years ago, maybe. So those so-called luxury features you just described, you're gonna pay for it. Now coming to Chinese EV, it comes all standard.
Yeah, there is an example for this point. My father driving a Mercedes GLB, because we're all Mercedes lovers.
Mercedes family.
So we have Mercedes GLB, but in GLB there's no wireless charger. It's a recharging board. There's no any recharging board, and also when you bring a key, the car key, when you walking to the cars, the car cannot unlock automatically. Cannot. You have
to touch it, right? You have to touch the car.
No, you have to put your key out and click that button.
And click keyless entry. GLB doesn't have. No way.
No, but it's very expensive SUV in its segment, right?
So
we all know it's not.
How much is GLB in China?
The RMB right now?
Yeah, RMB.
It's more than 250.
So equivalent to
250,000. Yeah, 1,000.
So
yes.
250,000 RMB buys you GLB, doesn't have the keyless entry, doesn't have the, what do you call this?
Wireless charging board, yeah.
Wireless charging board. So what Chinese EV at this level, they have everything?
You bring your cell phone and to put the gearbox to the P, and you walk out the car and go away. After 8 meters away, the car will lock on automatically. You don't need to do anything, just to go home or go to your office.
What brand is that in the Chinese EV?
Almost everyone. Almost everyone, yes. You don't need. Even you don't need to bring your key. You only to bring your cell phone. Your cell phone will connect to your car, and you park your car and stop and to the P button and get off the car and go away, and the car can lock automatically. And when you're going back, and the car will automatically unlock.
So like the car recognizes you.
The car can recognize your cell phone, I think.
It sees you. Now Mr. B coming, I better get ready.
Yeah. So I think it's the second reason. And the third one is about this topic a little bit deep because I don't think the battle of the EV cars is only the production. It's not only cars. The foreign brand, they do the EV cars. They only do the cars. They only pay attention about the production, about the cars, how to produce a better car. As before, when combustion engine era, the automotive brand, they wanted to put a very successful production into the market. Behind the brand or behind the cars is about energy, because they have a powerful energy company behind them, about oil, like Shell, like BP. They have the power to behind the car industry to going forward. So in the EV time, I don't think the car brand only produce a good car is enough. No, it's not enough. In China, the top level Chinese car market, they are not playing only cars. They also playing about the energy or the future communications. I chose NIO because of NIO can change the battery. NIO can change the batteries. They have a lot of free recharging booth, stations, bars. When we see the powerhouse, it's a little house and the car can put in and they can automatically change the battery about the cars and you can go away only 3 minutes. Yeah. Even like the time when you refill our gas tank. So the NIO's powerhouse in special time as the earthquake or some we don't want to expecting, the powerhouse can output electric to the neighbors nearby. So NIO not only produce cars, they manage power.
I see. I saw the battery swap station. I didn't know that. You mean if there's a power outage and these little houses can supply electricity to the neighbors?
When a very special time. I think that is about the power network. So in my view, NIO is not only produce cars. The most value of the NIO group, they have a huge asset about the NIO power. So I think it's shock to me, and I want to vote NIO. So that's why I chose NIO. And to other brand like Xiaopeng. Xiaopeng is now is corporate with the VW group. Yeah. And Xiaopeng is not only produce cars because they producing the flying cars.
Flying cars.
Yes. So it's short distance solution for the vertical traffic the city in the future. Wow. So it's not on the ground. Maybe you have different layers about the traffic. So Xiaopeng is researching the new possible for the future. So the MPV can stock in their flying cars and you can drive this EV MPV to everywhere you want to go, maybe desert or a national park. And if you want to play, you can fly to anywhere you want to go. So I think Chinese car market nowadays is not only produce cars. They wanted to have more possible to the future. They think more. Like Tesla. Tesla is not only produce cars. They want to go Mars. So it's the same. I think why people or Chinese people don't want to buy a foreign brand, car brand in China because of their brand turns boring. Their brand turns to very old-fashioned. They are no sexy anymore. Even this brand doesn't produce those sports cars. They want to cut off the production line. They want to only have a very simple production line, wanted to have more benefits. They don't want to provide any sexy products to the consumers. So that's why people don't want to buy any foreign brand right now. So I think it is the third layer.
That last layer is very interesting to me. I actually read the news about Xiaopeng inventing an airplane and NIO, all of this new technology. I read it as a technology. I didn't understand the bigger purpose they had in mind. It's actually revolutionized the mode of transportation from Xiaopeng's point of view. And from NIO, they provide a different source of energy, time of difficulties for the ordinary people. So it's go beyond the traditional car manufacturing, car industry. And you think, and that's the reason that drives you to NIO?
To NIO, I think yes and no. Yes, it's not only for this. Another reason is about the designs. I love designs. I love very clean design. And I want a high quality style. The touching, the smell is more quality. I think a new car to provide some lifestyle as the Saab or Volvo as the North Europe lifestyle as before. So I want my car very elegant and more functions, comfortable. When I shooting a video, when I to changing clothes or I want to have a snap, I have a very comfortable place to go.
Yeah.
So that is the reason I choose NIO. And also, I really like the idea about the NIO. Like in the Chinese market, there have an e-commercial company, very huge, called Jingdong, JD.com.
Yeah.
And their leader is called Liu Qiangdong. When Mr. Liu Qiangdong wanted to set the different stock in different cities, people said Liu Qiangdong is very stupid. Why you wanted to pay a lot of money to set up so many stocks in different cities? But right now, if you wanted to buy a thing, 11 o'clock p.m., and you wanted to receive your new stuff before the 11 a.m. tomorrow, only Jingdong can do it because of Liu Qiangdong set up a lot of stocks in different cities. So I like NIO's idea. They set up a huge network about the new power. So I can drive my new car to Chinese mainland everywhere. I can change the battery very fast, very convenient, quiet, and offerable price. So I think this is very attractive to me.
3 minutes battery swap was very impressive. You don't need to get out of the car. You just sit there. Everything is done for you.
Yeah. And I also have a question to Li Bin, the leader of the NIO. I asked several years before, when the battery technology is changed to more progress in the battery technology, how you keep your car the new battery? And Li Bin said, whenever the battery's technology changing, our cars always can change to the new battery.
So
only the size of the battery is the same, so the car can always to changing. Like we can change battery in our Walkman. So the size is the
Walkman. How old
it's
are
old timer.
you?
It's old timer. It's old timer. Okay, like a TV remote, when you only to change the same size of the battery, AAA or AA, we don't care about the technology or the brand, about the battery, only the same size, you can change.
Can fit.
Another angle, I think, can keep the car maintain a very good value. And also NIO, Xiaopeng, and Li Auto, this year, they put the AI agent on the car.
So you have an AI agent in your car?
Can do more, they will be more clever. And
what do you do with the AI agent, for example?
For example, when we were working in the German brand, we pay a lot of attention or have a lot of meeting talk about the car system, right? The dashboard
the
system.
interface, the screen.
What function can put on the top and what function to click more than 3 times is very deep. We can drag them out. Now you don't need to tap your screen. Now you only talk to the agent and agent can do anything you want. And they also learn. As another new driver drive the new car in maybe in the Shanghai downtown, there's a big hole or a big bumping on the road. And that AI car can remember this. and share to every new car. So when I drive my car to Shanghai, my car can avoid the bumping road. So they can share the driving experience. So the car will be more clever.
So another NIO, which owner you do not need to know. And when they experience the pothole or the hump on the road, they send the information to the NIO system on the road condition.
Yeah.
And then you, a different NIO owner, you will be able to know that in your car when you are driving on the same road.
Yes. Beijing right now is have under more constructions to updating our cities. So when the road is changing, maybe after 3 or 5 drivers going to the new road, you can see the updating map on your car system. So car will know.
Interesting. So yes, a lot of roads are changing, so they change the exit of the highway as well. So once 1 or 2 driver experience that, the car recognize it, and they transfer that into the system and update it for everyone. Interesting.
And especially in China, open road is mixed traffic, right? We have the 2 wheels and the 4 wheels, the motorcycle, the bicycle. We have the mixed traffic. So when the autopilot system deal with more conditions about the mixed traffic, they can learn.
That way.
So they can learn a lot more, than they will be more clever and more experienced as the old driver. More smooth on the acceleration, more smooth on the braking, and to avoid the dangers. So I think it's very clever right now.
Yes, everybody had experience driving in China would see that not only cars, the delivery motorbikes and bicycles in the intersection, they all jam together. And when you're in autopilot situation, in the old time, the car doesn't know what to do. They would not go further, and you can just wait there forever. And now they can, like a real driver, you just slowly get into the traffic and avoid conflict, and they train themselves smoothly that way.
So I'm not mean to put NIO to compare with the Tesla. Tesla is a phenomenon. It's not a foreign brand. Tesla is Tesla, like Apple is Apple. So Tesla is another story. We just talk about the cars more clever is compared to the foreign brand as the old timers. So it's not Tesla. Tesla is very good for the autopilot, and their FSD is very advanced. And we're also very looking forward to the system to running on the Chinese open road.
But the point is, yes, a lot of people love Tesla, the autopilot mode, and the capability that he has. The situation is there's only one Tesla outside China. But in China, there's many models that is close. In your word, is not better than Tesla, but close to that capability. So you have more choices and more affordable choices.
More affordable choices. So it's a very logical reason why Chinese people don't want the foreign brand cars as before. Because after the price, the functions, the horsepower, and the comfortable, the qualities, the craftsmanship, the materials, after this, what is foreign brands left? Driving. Only driving left for attract the consumers keep purchase these cars. So, but in China mainland, as we talk at the very beginning, the car understanding is totally different as the European and American. Chinese people don't want to pay any efforts on driving. There's always traffic jam. It's a big parking lot. There's no any driving abilities on the open road. So they only want a comfortable, convenience, very chill from A to B. They don't want the driving.
You know, you are the second person telling me this. You remember last time I had a conversation with Swan? Because when we
It's
were
true.
doing
It's the
marketing
truth.
for a German brand, we always want to communicate the driving pleasure. Like BMW talk about driving pleasure, right?
Yes.
You drive, you
Porsche
feel the road, you
also
feel
like
the
that. Yes.
handling, the
Yeah.
performance. Audi does that, Mercedes does that. And the last
Yes.
time, Swan told me, nobody cares in China. And that really hurts. But now you're saying
There's no a lot of people enjoy driving. There have car lovers as me. I am a car lover too.
yeah,
But
I love
there's
that.
no yeah, but there's a very few opportunities to let me driving the car. The road doesn't allow me to do this.
There's a
It's in the
beautiful
urban
highway. Come on, in China, there's so many highways, no potholes. But there are other drivers
highways.
too.
The highways is probably to feel the advantage about autopilot. Yes, to me, yes. So when in the a racing track, I want to feel the driving. I at that time, I deep in my heart, I need a BMW, I need a Mercedes, I need a Porsche, I need an Audi RS. I really need it. I really want it. But when I walk out the racing track, when I back to my car from racing track back to my home, I really think, oh, my car is good.
But you remember we and many brands, Porsche actually started ice driving, snow and ice driving. So every car, every German and non-German foreign brands are doing it in northern China during the winter time. So you take the lineup of your cars to invite customer media driving on a lake, frozen lake.
Yes.
So you could do
Frozen
donuts,
lake,
you could do, you can speed, you take the corner, you
can
feel the
drifting.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
But you're saying
But
in real life, they don't care.
They love, but they don't need. So that is another topic. After why we have to set up a new chance for the foreign brands. How the foreign brands do can better than now. So people love driving. Chinese people also want to feel the driving style or to feel the performance about the cars. We also wanted to do this, but we have to provide some opportunities to let people know what you buy. So that is important. So now car industry in my side, right in the crossroad, the history crossroad. As vinyls, film cameras, chrono watches, it's the same. Combustion engine or the foreign luxury car brands want to survive or they want to have more success in the car history, they have to upgrade to another level. As the vinyl, the tapes about the music, and the film cameras like Leica, and the watches like Rolex, like Blancpain, they have to let the brand value going up and cut off the low price lines. So the brand have to have their competitive rules. They have to know when and where we have to cut off our production line or which group of customers we don't need. We don't need everyone. Every brand cannot to have every customers. No, one brand, they want to more successful or to survive, they have to know when to cut off the boundaries. We shrink our boundaries about the competitive. So I think BMW and Mercedes, the most important is to build up the Maybach and G-Class and AMG. And BMW is that's why to buy the Alpina and to build up the Empower. So then these two brands can go further. If Mercedes keep paying more attention or more efforts on maybe C class, A class, as that product, they will lose the market. Don't need the A-class right now. Maybe several years before, yes, but right now, no. We realize why Mercedes is Mercedes, because Mercedes represents a lifestyle, represents a taste, represents a social status. So that's why people wanted to have a Mercedes. Like a Range Rover, I don't think my new ES9 cannot compare with the Range Rover. Bigger size, more comfortable, more power, more functional. The Range Rover may be 5 times expensive than my car. Why? It's a ticket. It's a circle ticket. It's social status ticket. When I bought a Mercedes, I'm in the upper level. I bought a Range Rover. I bought a Defender. I bought a BMW 7 Class because I'm in this group. Only this reason. Because of I bought this car is for my company. It's not for myself. It's not for my family. It's for my company. My company afford this car because I am successful. So that is why people wanted this car. So under this condition, foreign brand need to build up the brand value, brand imaging. So it's not only to talk about the production. If you talk about the productions, if you talk about the functional, you compare it with the Chinese car brand. So can you selling the same price? No, you can't. So you will lose. You will lose the market one step after one step, and then you lose all. So nowadays, I really suggest the foreign car brand, they wanted to have more success or keep success in China market. You have to set up the branding amazing as Leica, as Hasselblad, or like the vinyl recording machine, like watches, to learn how to build up the super luxury brand to level up the brand.
Interesting. What you're saying, I heard, is all those foreign brands you mentioned stay in the luxury segment, right? They should stay and build into more luxury. And instead of competing on the functionality at the lower segments where they cannot afford because their manufacturing cost is too high, so the price position never to that level, and there are too many players of a Chinese manufacturing, they are very mature already. Very interesting. So you're saying the Chinese consumers still value brand, because a lot of time I heard you talking about features, functionality, but the brand is important. They would pay for a brand, but not everyone.
Brand is a way to set up the consumers to different group. So if you in the luxury group, you are facing the luxury group consumers. So that people buy in the brand story. They buy in the brand value. But if you face to the Hyundai or Toyota group, care any brand. So turn back to the luxury group. They know the brand. They want the brand. They want a brand story. They want the brand heritage. They want 100 years luxury brand, car brand to hold, to drive, to experience, to ask the social status. They want to go to a dinner or want to meet a business friend. They need it. So the window time is shorter and shorter right now. When the China car brand realize how to build up a luxury, have more time to build up brand story, the chance will be going not so good right now. So the luxury is about the time, it's about heritage, about craft work, and about the materials, about designs, they about the ideas and the vision. So the 100 years foreign car brand has those reasons to build up the brand value. But when the Chinese car brand have time to do this, they can do good as the foreign brand did.
Any brands in your mind, foreign brands, are actually adapting better to this environment in China? Actually, they were successful. They changed somehow they're still doing well today, in your mind?
Luxury brand? Luxury brand.
Yeah, any brand. Doesn't
In
have
my
to be
view, no.
cars.
I think a brand called Longchamp.
Longchamp.
And from Spain, there was a brand called Loewe.
Loewe is also part of LVMH.
Loewe did good, and
Loewe did well.
Longchamp did good.
Yeah, they were quite strong. Yes.
They just to fit the segment below LV and upper other brand. They just to fit in the segment, more affordable and more quality, and
Yes.
from France. And the design is good, the material is good, and Loewe have more lifestyle things, perfume, like home stuff, furniture. They wanted to find any opportunity to get in your life, so that's important.
So for something new concept like that works, not only in the product segment, has to go into lifestyle, bring this brand, give it a more holistic image for Chinese consumers.
More alive and less distance, because the super luxuries always bring a little bit distance style, but it's good. They need the distance, but not so far. Especially Mercedes, BMW, and Audi, they have to let people touch. Maybe you can to let people to buy your perfume or something like that.
Yes, the collections. That reminded me, I know NIO has a lifestyle store, right? With the purchase of a car, you have points.
They're amazing. Yes. When you have a car and you have a lot of NIO points in your NIO app, and you can spend your points to purchase wines, snacks, and
wine? You mean drinking wine? Really?
Yes.
From where? Chinese wine?
Very, very good. From Chile, from Spain, from France, from China.
Really?
There are a lot of wine you can choose.
Wow.
White wines, red wines, and very, very, very good.
So out of the NIO points, you can buy wine from the store. And then and don't drink and drive,
so
please.
Yeah, but it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
It's a lifestyle. When you can buy a cup to fit in your car, you have the bottle or cup, and umbrellas and clothes and comfortable shoes, anything. Yeah. And you can purchase these collections, use your NIO points. And when you purchase a thing, you can have some points feedback.
It's a loyalty program, right? You spend money with them and you get more points, and using those points in exchange for more merchandise. Yes. And there's a lot of things. Even the beef jerky, Mongolia beef jerky, very delicious. Very delicious. NIO have a department is called the NIO Life. The NIO Life manage so many collections, the live collections for the car owners. Maybe next time we meet, we can try some of the wines you got from NIO Life store. Let me show a stuff I bought for my daughter, okay? Yes. Okay. It's wow. It's a pillow. It's a pillow. It's a pillow can let the children to hold it to get into the sleep. Wow, looks nice. Yes. It's very cute, right? Yeah, it's very cute. I think there's a lot of vision or the ideas about how to manage the brand, how to choose the collections, how to design your purchase experience, the cars and the lifestyle. So I really suggest when foreign brand wanted to have more success in China, also let the development group to live in China more than 2 years, and they can more understanding the Chinese people and the Chinese culture. I had in my question list, I wanted to ask you, And do you miss anything from German legacy brands, or is there any time you see yourself going back to those brands? So I guess no to those questions.
When before the 2022, I really cannot or refuse the EV cars. I really don't want any EV cars because back that time, the EV cars, it was not really good as right now. But nowadays, I can say once you get in the EV, you can go back.
Wow. They lost you. Huh? And with all these NIO, we just talk about these kind of loyalty program, the lifestyle programs. I can't say for life, but for a very, very long time.
So that's why I can say what reason can make me purchase a foreign brand again. Let me see. When I very successful, I own a big company, I can buy a cabriolet sports car going to the seaside or to the mountains. So that time I can buy a foreign cars again.
I hear you. When the foreign brand come to China, they came for the sales volume. And now what I hear is forget about volume. They're gonna stay in a very niche segment.
The best time to sell the volume is about 2020 to 2023. But that's over. Especially those years from 2020 to 2023, Chinese car brand speed up, have a more progress. And at that time, these luxury foreign brand, they have no time turning the head to look at the Chinese market. They think the Chinese market is as usual, but the market is changing, big change. So we can see nowadays in China market, most uncomfortable brand is Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Skoda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, especially Kia. This brand totally losing market. Totally losing market. They have no chance.
No, yeah. I agree.
Why?
These people, they are in the middle, right? They were in the biggest competitive segment directly with the Chinese EV.
To me, this car brand as the watch Tissot, the Longines. This brand is not so expensive, but they are expensive. And
compare with the features they do not have. Yeah.
They cannot compare with the iWatch or Swatch. So people buying watch now is more interesting. So it's about today's mood. Today's mood, I want it to be cool. I want to bring my G-Shock. Or today I want to be fashion. I wanted to wearing my watch. So the watch turned to be very low price, the daily use, or very high price collections.
Yeah.
It's the same logic in the cars. When you use the cameras, you buy an iPhone or the cell phone, we can to do the cameras every day. But if you wanted to take a very serious photo or you are a photographer, you love taking a shot, you should buy a Leica or Hasselblad to have the really real shot, right? Real photo. So it's the difference. So I think it's the future, car future, like film cameras, vinyls. The car in the future will have two kinds of product. One kind of product is as the cell phones or as the iWatch, as EV cars. Very cheap. Even you're not owning one, you're sharing one. Is EV cars. Just to take you from A to B, just for transportation, just for the traffic purpose. These kind of products. Another product is for your own driving.
It's a collection and a toy.
Yes, they has the sound, they has the combustion engines. So up and low. No middle. No middle. So that's why we can see right now in car markets, the 500,000 RMB's car segment is the most hard to sell.
Yeah, it's what we call in Chinese 不上不下, right? It's not
Yeah,
high,
yeah.
it's not low. So you sit in the
Yes.
middle. If you are at 300,000, you
Yeah.
can push for volume, or you
Yes.
attract to more luxurious,
To the
wealthy
1 million?
people when you go to
Yeah,
a million.
yeah.
Now,
Yes.
500,000, there's so many people competing as well.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I hope the future you just described will not come very soon. I still enjoy driving. I still want to see a lot more ICE cars on the street and EV as well. I want to see the varieties. Well, it's very interesting, very nice talking to you, Mr. B. A lot of good
Thank you for me.
information we've getting out of it. And I hope our audience watching this, and if you have any questions, just drop a note. I'm sure Mr. B would love to talk to you guys again next time.
Yes, of course, yes. Please contact Freda.
Well, thank you, Mr. B. Nice to see you, even remotely. Okay, next time
Thank
we
you.
have a drink together. Yeah,
I'm looking forward back to China, or I go to Canada to meet you up.
perfect. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.